everyone, Jolene here from Chill Lifestyle. So today is actually the first day of Aries, which means it's the beginning of the astrological year. Now, what does this mean? So we're going to look at what do you need to know, what's coming. There's a lot happening in Aries at the moment, a lot of planets, and one of the planets that is moving into Aries that hasn't been here for like 100 and something years is Neptune. Now, Neptune is the planet of mysticism, it's the planet of illusions, it's the planet of karmic cycles, closures. And when this moves into Aries, Aries is about taking control over areas of your life where you have maybe been in an illusion, or areas in your life where you might need to take more control over some closure in your life, or to understand why things have happened to you. Okay. It also means that at the moment, because the last time this happened is when there was American Civil War. So again, I'm not here to create fear. I don't like fear and drama. I know it's easy to get pulled in because it's scary, but you have to cut through the illusions, okay, and look at it and say, what is the truth and what do they want me to think? Okay, so don't be pulled into news or what you're seeing on social media. It's one of those, rather step back and work on your own life and your own closure and your own world, okay? Allow the world to figure out the rest, okay? So we're going to have a look into that and see, what do you need coming? What do you need to know right now? And also, we're also in eclipse season. We've just had, I think it's the first lunar eclipse of the year, and now we're going into the first solar eclipse next week. Eclipse season. Eclipse is about what we don't see, and removing that darkness from our world. Okay, so we will have a look at that too. So guys, don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you are subscribed, thank you and welcome back. And please don't forget to like my videos. And even if you put a comment, these really do help. Thank you. Right, so these are the 3 piles that we have. This is going to be pile number 1, and this is the opalite. This is pile number 2, and this is a bloodstone, and this is pile number 3, and it's the red jasper. Okay, so pause the video, take your time, ask spirit guides to help you choose the right pile for you so that you can get the right reading for yourself, and I'll see you at your reading. Welcome. If you chose the opalite, then this is your reading. Okay, so these are just some pre-shuffled cards. I'll put them out there. So we've got your try that again. Mercury retrograde, here we are. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So this is anything in your life. Oh, we've also got the Emperor's New Clothes. Oh Lord, Hilarion. This is really funny. Creativity, change. Solar plex, no, sacral chakra. And then we've got grace, the Holy Spirit. So this is very interesting, pile number 1. You've got 2 Emperor cards on this table. So what I am getting, okay, we've got someone here, the Emperor's New Clothes. So in this deck, the Emperor's New Clothes is about a person who is really not seeing things as they are. We've got someone who is quite vain, actually. In fact, so vain that they do not realize when they're being fooled. So this is something for you to take note of, in the sense of, is this someone you know, or is this you in a situation? If this is someone you know, then this person may... this person may be having a bit of a rude awakening, because, you know, they might just be so involved in their own self or in their own lives that they don't realize that they're actually being fooled, and unaware of their surroundings, or unaware of what's actually going on. And that could be you, and take it, please, what resonates. That may be you even when it comes to
your surroundings of the world at the moment. You may not be aware of what's going on. It's time for you to move your future towards more wisdom. And I feel like, so the Emperor kind of needs the Empress, because the Empress is someone who's very wise, and the Emperor needs that wisdom in order to create a better world. He's very limited. He's very, blindness, foolish behavior is what I'm getting, some self-destructive tendencies. And there's some kind of sudden awakening that needs to be happening. So what I'm getting, because the Emperor in the inner child deck, which is this one here, which is the Emperor's New Clothes, and the Hilarion Emperor is very different. And what I'm getting is this could be what needs to be released from you, what needs to be eclipsed out of your life, is the need for you to, either you or someone you're dealing with, but being in a situation where someone is controlling, or someone is blinded to the truth, or someone wants to not see, their foolish behavior or their self-destructive tendencies, okay? There is some kind of spiritual awakening that's going to happen, okay? And this could also be treasures that are buried within the material world, and realizing what is truly real in your life and what is not. And really and truly, are you or someone in your life, or someone you're dealing with at the moment, that may be eclipsed out of your life, or this is a part of you that has to be eclipsed out, has been so drunk with materialism. And again, don't take it, don't be upset with me, write it down, think about it, meditate it, and see if it's you or not. But who's so drunk with materialism that you have not realized that you've been foolish in your ways. Like, you buy certain things to fit the ego, or certain clothes to fit the ego, and not realize that we live in such a foolish world that you are actually supporting some really low-life people on this earth. And the Hilarion, on the other hand, is a very spiritual person, and this is kind of where you need to step into, and that is the spiritual awakening of rather to be more, to deal with spirits. He is a teacher in the second one. I apologize, my dog's running in the background and she's rubbing her nose all over the place. To step more into that of a teacher, or that of a spiritual guru, someone who is more able to connect to spirit, or someone who's more able to connect. There may be things in your life that you need to take further investigation into. You may be investigating certain things, or looking more into mediumship or spirituality. There could be ancestors around you. We've got some elderly people, so grandparents, parents, depending on your age, that are around you, helping you to see the light, okay? And it might be to see the light of this Emperor, or see the light within the Emperor that's within you, okay? Because really and truly, this is the timing when your ego, so the orange is really created, it's attached to your sacral chakra, which is that about creativity, but it's also that about how you see yourself, or how you feel about yourself. And maybe you've done a lot of things in order to make other people like you, or to feel important, and you've had to eclipse this part of you to become more deep, to become more in alignment with grace. I mean, we've got the grace card here. And so what I'm really getting is, if you've been trying to control situations, or you've had something try to control you, it's time to release this control. It's time to release this ego. Really, it's an ego death that you have to eclipse, so that you can become more in alignment with Hilarion, who's more spiritual, who's more of a teacher, and be more graceful. Or this is grace is really the Holy Spirit coming towards you, saying, let's become more in alignment with that. You might take up more creativity, or have some kind of change come into your life that can really help you in the next couple of days. And like I said, it's quite funny, because we are going, a lot of things are moving into Aries, and you've got two Aries cards in your chart. So it's really about taking more control of your own life and your own self and your own beliefs, but not trying to control other people or trying to force things to happen, and understand that things will happen naturally and you will naturally start to change in your world. Okay. Let's get a few tarot cards now. I just want to make sure this is right way up. Okay, there's new emotional beginnings for you, so this is a good start. There's communication or travel perhaps coming up for you. So let's see, pile number one. Okay, so for pile number one, I'd just like to know, I mean, I think the eclipse for you, the thing you need to get rid of is any fears of how other people see you. The way you look, maybe you have fears of people laughing at you, maybe you have fears of this. Again, maybe you have someone in your life that's very controlling and you have to somehow stop allowing that to happen. We start off with the Lover's card, and the Lover's card is, so most people believe it's about love, and you know, it's, so this is also a card for Gemini, so it could be a Gemini in your life, but the Gemini is also the twins, right? So we've got the good twin and we've got the not such good twin. We've got the feminine, the masculine, and I'm getting a lot of masculine and needing a little bit more feminine. You know, it feels like that's the masculine, and then here I feels very creativity is feminine, and this is very feminine. It's got flowers and doves, which is peace. You need more feminine in your life. You need more femininity. You need more being at peace and beauty in your life. Okay, we've got a masculine and a feminine there. This is duality at its best. Okay, the Lover's card's also about making big decisions in your life, that of, is it passion or is it you know, you need to be aware, because we've got Adam and Eve here almost, you know, and then of course I think that's Archangel Gabriel, but we've got, and I can't remember, maybe it's Gabriel or Michael, I can't remember, but we've got that of the fire, and then we've got that of the temptation. So you may, you know, you need to be more passionate, but at the same time, don't be tempted to do things in order to please other people. The Queen of Wands is telling me that you're really needing to be more passionate again. The Queen of Wands is highly passionate. She is attractive. She is confident. She knows what she wants and she goes after what she wants. This is about adding more, you know, beauty again. This is like need to maybe put more effort into yourself or into your looks, or beautify yourself a little bit more in order to feel more confident about yourself. Maybe you need to look at your diet plan or exercise regime, or something that will make you feel a little bit more confident in your life. You know, in the Lover's card, if you are asking about love or a love situation, don't try to control it. Allow it to unfold naturally. I just kind of feel like you may have been made a fool in the past, and now you just need to try and do things a little bit more calmly. The Queen of Swords, yeah, it's time for you to cut out situations in your life that are just not meant for you. I'm sorry, there was a telephone call. I needed to just go see what was going on. Anyway, the Queen of Swords, she knows her worth. Okay, I mean, just look at her stance. She looks very directly in front of her. She is so direct. She is so cutting with her truth. Some people call her, she is the B of you know, of tarot. You know, the witch that starts with a capital B. You know, this is her, because she doesn't take nonsense. She knows what she wants. Dog in the background, sorry. And she's willing to cut anything out that's not there. She is so truthful. But it's not that she's a bad person. It's just that she's tired of dealing with people that are really not willing to be there, or, you know, or be in her best interests. Okay. Wow. King and Queen. So in a love situation, there may be a choice for some. I just have to throw it out there. One person who's more attractive and passionate, and the other one's who's a lot more cutting and honest. I'm not too sure. The King of Swords, it's really telling me that it's so he's looking directly, she's looking at him with her hands in the air, like, what the hell? It's a little bit funny actually looking at this, because she is facing him. I don't know, maybe you're trying to be a little bit too logical right now, or you're trying to find the inner truth to a situation about a choice that needs to be made. Oh, sorry, not too sure. It's time to take a leap in a new direction, okay? Whatever that is for you. A leap of faith means, you know, diving off the cliff and just saying, well, Spirit, hope you catch me. Okay, the Holy Spirit is there. He's kind of facing the card of the Holy Spirit. So that tells me, you know, his card's very yellow. That's positivity, that's joy, that's abundance. It's a sunny day. There's no clouds in the sky, you know. And he's got his loyal dog Tonto. I always call it Tonto. I don't know what the dog's name is. I just always call it Tonto. His loyal dog Tonto, who's about to jump into the abyss. And he's got a white flower. And, you know, it really makes me feel like all will be well. You know, the Grace card tells me that all will be well if you're just willing to take this leap. You know, again, knowing your truth, seeing things from a different perspective, having a spiritual awakening. All of this is really going to help you. And I really feel like you need to know your own truth before you can decide the other truths, because there's people out there that are willing to confuse you and willing to pull the wool over your eyes, okay? We've got the communication and the death card. So things may be coming to an end again. We've got cycles that are ending and then fast movement. So we've got the death and the fool, which tells me that through transformation, through death, you then start all over again. I mean, this is not the end of the fool's journey. The death card goes through a lot before it actually ends its journey, but this is a time of transformation. There's now communication or fast movement or travel. The bottom of the deck is quite interesting. I've got, I'm just kind of feeling like where this needs to end. Okay. So this is kind of like what we don't see coming. And I feel like with the Fool card here, you may be a little bit concerned as to what's coming. And this is what I kind of feel like is, and this is, again, the possibilities. There's no definite in tarot because it's up to you. You know, the choice is yours ultimately. Do you carry on being the fool in this sense, the foolish person, not seeing the light, choosing something, choosing materialism, choosing this over the spiritual version? It's like there's the negative emperor versus the positive emperor. So, yeah, again, the choice is yours. But we have got long-term stability, hope and healing, financial independence or being independent, you know, being someone who's more you. Ace of Wands, passionate new beginning. Three of Pentacles, with people who recognize you. But yes, it does mean that there's an ending, and it does mean you have to walk away in order to gain a celebration. So it's kind of like you need to start taking those knives out of your back. Cut out the people who have knifed you in the back. But don't take the baggage with you. You know, no one in no new situation needs to have all that baggage on top of them, because then you literally just take one bad relationship to the next bad relationship, or one bad circumstances into the next bad circumstances. So for you, pile number one, what needs to let go is control, or being controlled, or being fooled, or living a life that's not in your most authentic self. Living with people who make you feel like you have to be in a certain way or look a certain way. By all means, yes, beautify yourself, but to what makes you feel confident. You don't have to buy designer clothes in order to feel beautiful. You can, you know, go to factory shops and get secondhand clothes if you need be, and still feel attractive. So it's like you need to beautify your world. You need to become more in connection with the divine feminine within, in order for you to understand that it doesn't matter if you're male or female, because, you know, the divine feminine is someone who's very intuitive, someone who's very understanding of their emotions. The emperor, the new clothes, is needing his empress to help kind of like bring him down a notch, okay? So this masculine is negative because he is living in a foolish world where he thinks that he's doing right, but he's not, okay? He's not living his highest self. We have another emperor on the other side, which is that of he's more grounded, he's more taking charge, he's a teacher, he's a leader, okay? So and he's more spiritual. So again, that's the feminine side. So there's this duality in your life, pile number one. Learning to go with the flow, learning to move away from situations that have hurt you, and not take the past into your future. A future where there is a possibility of stability and money and joy and happiness and celebration and passion and, you know, good things. But you kind of need to take take the leap, have the faith, believe in the grace of what's coming, and not be so controlled or not trying to force things to happen in a certain way, because this is one of those, God will do it in God's timing, not in yours, and in God's way, not in yours. So go with the flow, release the pain, release the heartache, release this controlling person or emperor, and move away into more calmer waters. Even if you cannot completely remove yourself from a person for whatever reason, you can, your emotions, you can become more feminine, you can become more, the feminine's more compassionate, more caring, more loving, more affectionate, perhaps even towards someone who's very hurtful. But if that does not work and it's just really not within your best interest, then it's time for you to perhaps think about moving on. It's up to you again. This is what I have for you, pile number 1. Hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you and goodbye. Welcome if you chose the Bloodstone or pile number 2. These are just some of your cards I'm just going to put out. Okay, we've got Follow the Yellow Brick Road. We have got the Birth card. We have got Selenite, Spiritual Activation and Stimulation. We have got Business. And we have got Romantic Feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Interesting. So pile number 2. I kind of feel like you need to eclipse anything in your life that does not bring you happiness. Okay. Because what's coming for you is a lot. Okay, so we've got 2 cards of Venus. We've got the Birth card, which is ruled by Venus, and then we've got the Business card, which is also ruled by Venus. So this means that there's a lot of love, or if you're not looking for love, then don't worry. This is a lot of joy and love and happiness. The Yellow Brick Road, following the Yellow Brick Road, this is the Sun card, and that is of joy and happiness and sunshines and rainbows and all other things, you know. We've got spiritual activation, getting some selenite and put it in your home and around your home. It might stimulate, your awareness. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, whatever that is for you. Your feelings about yourself, your feelings about, a job, your feelings about a person. It's something that it's worth exploring for you. But again, tarot, there's no such thing as a future that is 100%. It's all about taking the right actions, and listening and taking the advice and the steps that Spirit often gives you to take. They'll open up the road for you, but it's up to you to decide. It does feel like you are going down this road with someone. It could be, giving birth. Maybe perhaps you might be having a baby soon, or there is a birth coming. But this is more of a new beginning, as a general reading. But I do kind of feel like you're going down this path. You're not going to be alone. We've got Tonto. I think in this case that is Tonto the dog, because this is Wizard of Oz. And, Dorothy's going down the path, following the Yellow Brick Road to her castle, to her happiness. And she's got all of her friends with her. And I kind of feel like the right people will be there with you. You will have your crowd in the right place, okay? And if you use, like, maybe perhaps saying a lot to help the stimulation of the third eye, it might help you see which is the correct path. Because there could be a number of paths around you. There could be a yellow brick road, there could be the red brick road, there could be the green brick road. You're not going to see the right one, if your spiritual activation is not there. With Venus, 2 cards of Venus, it's rebirth, it's abundance, it's love, it's joy. There's quite a lot. So let's get some tarot and see for pile number 2, what does this mean? And again, I think the eclipse for you is really, look here, we've got celebration. Again, we've got 3 people. There's definitely something about 3 people. You and your children, perhaps. But not holding on to things. And I feel like, hopefully it comes out for us. You've been holding on to something that's not really the best for you, if I can be honest. And because it hasn't made you feel that joy, that happiness. I mean, even the 3 of Cups is that of celebration, joy, hanging out with your best buds, with your people, your crowd, the people that bring you joy and happiness. And I feel like you're disconnected from that somehow. I'm interested to see, what is the current circumstance? Okay. Your life feels out of balance. You feel like you've lost patience with someone or something. I'm just going to be doing this behind. I'm losing the cards there. Okay. You've lost patience with something. Why have you lost patience? Because you've been holding on to something. Maybe you won't be wanting to manifest a new situation, or you've been wanting to manifest something better in this situation, but you're holding on so tightly. And I feel like you've been very patient, waiting. And it's kind of time now for you to go into something new, something that's, again, a wish fulfillment. And this is something, we've got a garden path. This is another yellow brick road. And yellow, there's a lot about maybe your solar plex chakra here. Maybe your solar plex chakra has been in control. You've been trying to control something. The coin's very covering, the solar plex and the heart chakra. You're trying to control something that's closed off. It's not allowing free flow. And on the other hand, we've got a wish fulfillment. And I do feel like fate is trying to step in here. I want more. I need to understand more. What are you holding on to? What is this holding on? What have you been holding on to that you've lost patience with? You've lost patience with. Yeah, it's time for you to communicate. We've got the Lovers at the bottom of the Death and the Death card as well. So that tells me that something is coming to a natural end. You've got to make a choice though. Do you stay or do you go in a situation? The High Priestess. Yeah, there's some kind of secrets. Or you're not, again, the spiritual activation. The High Priestess holds the secrets. Things want to move forward for you, okay, but your intuition is telling you what to do. You still feel like you want to, I don't know, there's some kind of learning, there's some kind of lesson you still need to learn. Sorry, I've just got some cards here that kind of, I feel like this is what wants to, there's a lesson you still need to learn about using your intuition, because I feel like there's a lot of communication about this coming from your higher self, about lessons that you need to learn from a situation that you've been holding on to. Now, this card kind of has a few meanings. He's a sneak in the night. Is he trying to help himself, or is he trying to help other people? He's being quite strategic in his abilities to get something, or trying to, you can see his tiptoes. I mean, look, the action is looking behind him to see, I mean, it feels like there's a bit of like a war. There's like tense, fighting going on. And is he being strategic enough and leaving them too, or is he taking majority for themselves, leaving them with barely nothing? Everything's different. You're in a situation but you don't want to see it. So this could be self-sabotage, lying to yourself, someone else lying to you, or someone that's being very strategic in the way that they do things, making their plans, thinking their plans through. But sometimes he's a little bit quick, because he does it in the night, even though it doesn't look like night, but apparently it's like, they call him the thief of the night. So is it in the nighttime while everyone's asleep, this person's doing other things, or when you're not looking, because this person's not looking. This person's not looking at all. So there's a lesson that has to be learned, okay, from something you've held on to quite tightly, actually. And I feel like there is hope in a new situation, but you need to take the blindfolds off and see the secrets that's held within. Who is the strategic person? Are you trying to be strategic? Are you trying to make proper plans? But being in the dark, I mean, we've also got the moonlight there as well. So it really gives me this, in the middle of the night, maybe the answers are coming to you in the middle of the night to try and help you on how you can get out of a situation, or what you need to do about a situation. Maybe, for example, you're having dreams about a person who's lying to you or cheating on you. I don't know. Everyone's different. Yeah, there's a lot of contemplation for you, pile number 2. Someone's very defensive. Someone's not not being honest. Someone's pushing back. Is that you? Are you being too defensive? Are you pushing back? Are you dealing with someone who's blocked? There's definitely a sense of being blocked. There's definitely a sense of pushback. And there's definitely a sense of sabotage or not being connected to your higher self. And there's some kind of truth that you don't want to see about you or a person you're dealing with. But I feel like you're losing patience with this person, or you're losing patience in your life. You want something, you just can't see the way out, and you might need to be a little bit more strategic and think your way out of it, because there's a wish fulfillment wanting to come in. It's a new beginning. It's that's love for some of you, and you love, something that's stable. The Ace of Pentacles is stability. It's an offer that's grounded and rooted in stability. It's the beginning of a stable times. But you are dealing with something that just seems very, as I said, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it. You secretly know, your higher self knows. That's why you're needing the spiritual activation to help you. Your higher self knows this. You don't want to see it because it hurts. It hurts to think that this person is lying to you or not doing anything. See the Page of Cups, and then we've got the Knight of Cups, the Fool, and so you're waiting for something to come in, and something wants to come in. You've got to take a leap of faith into a new situation that's more, it's an offer that's coming in. The Page of Cups talks about someone who does not apologize. This person will do you wrong, but they won't apologize. They don't like to see things from someone else's perspective. This person's childish and immature and really doesn't, I don't know, I just feel like this person has a plan, and it's all about what's best for them. They're not interested in what could come for you, or interested in how you can be helped, or where in your life you can be. Definitely emotional troubles, immaturity, someone who's spoiled or manipulative. This is someone who prefers to escape the world. Again, we've got the escape. In order to, they might escape through, smoking or drinking, or, they're insecure. So I don't know, you've just got someone who, that's the thing, they take the easy way. At night time, when no one's looking, they'll take what they need. You don't see this, you don't want to see this, and yet on the other end there's something better that you can actually show your feelings towards, or something that's more for you. But yeah, there's a bit of depression, but there's secrets. You have to use your higher self. You have to take yourself away from the situation in order to see the truth. I do apologize for my son stimming in the background. Okay, so this is what I have for you, pile number 2. It's like, again, it's there. It's in front of you. It's hope. It's healing. It's, emotions coming in, flowing, new offers, new beginnings, and ones that you can give birth to. But really, it's up to you. That's why the universe can't do anything. You cannot bring in this new while you're still holding on to the old. For someone who is highly immature, they never apologize for their behavior or how they act. In fact, they just run away. So yeah, follow the yellow brick road, and you will find your situation that's more likely for you, your abundance, your business plan, the right time or the right person, place. Okay, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you and goodbye. Hello, if you chose the red jasper, pile number 3, then this is your reading. I'm going to put it all out on the table, and then I can see what is coming for you. Okay, so pile number 3. So the full moon is telling me that things are coming to a full circle for you. Okay, something is coming back in order to be closed off. So this may be something in your life where before you can have this new beginning, and it's huge. I mean, look at the size of that crystal. It's like an uncovered gem that is divinely guarded with the rainbow that's arrived. It is like so beautiful. It is so big. It is so amazing. And it gives birth to more and more and more. It's like you're unearthing an absolute treasure in your life. And then we've also got the card here, gifts. Okay, so we're unearthing the most amazing gift for you. But there is something that's going to be closed off for you. Something that will be coming around in order to be closed off. There's something that you need to make make the effort with coming up. Great love is worth taking the steps you guided to take. So look at the inner guidance, because it feels like if it is love for some, not always, it's saying that this is a big love. Okay, this is huge. So if you've been, you know, whatever steps you've been guided to take them. The Queen of Scrolls is someone, it could be, for some of you, this could be a job. You could be getting an offer from publisher, for example, if you've been trying to write a book, or something kind of creative or marketing job. This could be a marketing job, and it's huge. And you need to make a lot of effort. Like, it may not be, you know, sometimes you might get something that's, you know, it's a gift. You don't see it in the beginning because it might not be the perfect offer, or you might have to start at the beginning. But it's you've uncovered a gem. Okay, so whatever it is, you need to put up the effort in it if you want it to grow. You know, it may be something that, like, for example, like I said, it's so huge, but we do have small ones on the side. And so, like, again, you know, it might start off small, but it's going to be huge. I want to see what is coming to an end. What is the full moon here for? Who, what, where, and how? Before we get into the reading, because something is coming to an end. Something is, it's a cycle that's coming to a close. You might know, but let's just see. What must come to an end? What must come to an end? Who, what, where, how? Depression, sorrow, not seeing the positivities in life, not realizing that whatever you've lost has never not been a loss, because there's something again, something good is coming in. A Page of Pentacles. I feel like you feel like you've missed out on an opportunity that you thought was going to lead to something really important. But with the Page of Pentacles in the middle, it does kind of feel like this person can't offer you this full package, okay? And you feel like it's a loss. You feel like you've lost out on a situation. It's time for you to make a judgment call on this, this situation. Give me one more for this, please. Yeah, it's done. It's over. This person cannot give you what you are wanting. Okay, this person is just the page. A page is not a king. The page is not the king of the castle. The page is just the page. He's the messenger boy. He's someone who works, and I'm not looking at ranking here, but he's not able to offer you what you are needing. He is going to make you feel like you're sad, or he's going to feel like it's just all is lost. Okay, so something in your life that someone comes in that seems like it was potential just feels like it ends in pain. Okay, so we are in Mercury retrograde. You may be having someone come back, but it's just for you to, it's for you to learn your independence. It's for you to learn your worth. The lesson for you in this situation is learning to rather be single than be lonely and feel sad all the time and feel depressed. You know, even though they're there, they're not actually there, or they never complete. I mean, they might even promise a lot, but not actually are able to do that. Okay, so this can be anything in your life. It doesn't have to be love. These are jobs with people who the companies just can't offer you. You know, you just end up feeling like there's more loss, there's more depression, and you needing to learn how to become more independent and not be pulled into secrets and people who can't show you what's going on. Okay, so cut through the illusions of, I mean, the moon kind of shows you what a person is and who they are not, in order to bring you something better. So let's go to this side. This is the Ace of Crystals, which is the gift that's coming from the divine. Huge gift coming from the divine. What is this gift, Spirit Guides? What is this gift? Again, you've got to make the effort. Okay, you might think to yourself, oh, this is a lot of effort, this is going to take a long time, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, don't get caught into the illusions of your emotions, where you're just going to go, oh, I just don't know if this is worth the effort. You've manifested this. Okay, you have the abilities to make this work. Okay, even though it just may feel like this is just so much effort, but it's a gift. This is seriously a gift from the divine. We have a King of Swords here, okay, and the King of Swords is someone who's saying to us, you know, just be logical in your thought process. Come from a very, you know, don't make any massive decisions, because there is definitely a wish fulfillment coming in this situation. It's something that you wanted, but don't allow your emotions to, or your fear of this is just going to take too long, or this is just too much effort, okay? The Chariot card here also reminds us that you must just persist and move forward. There could be blocks in the way of this manifesting. There could be obstacles in your way, but if you just persist and not allow the situation to hold you back, just continuously make the effort, it's going to be worth it. Soulmate, soul partnerships, soulmates can be the bosses you've always wanted, the friend you always wanted, the lover you always wanted, you know, the tribe, your people. And I'm getting very much that this is someone who may communicate through you through the internet, social media. This person may offer you a job through social media. If it's a love interest, you might meet them online or through social media or through maybe internet, online dating, something like that. There are blocks, I'm not going to lie, okay? There are obstacles. But this is really what you've been manifesting. It's really what you're wishing. So make sure you take a very careful decision before you make the wrong choice, especially if it doesn't come in the package that you ultimately wanted. It's going to happen quite quickly. In the bottom of the deck, we've got the Fool. You see, we've got the Fool, the Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, see, Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race, okay? An emotional person, an emotional situation. You could have a water sign and a fire sign. There's a choice. There may be a choice between a water sign and a fire sign. One of them loves travel, is a bit of an adventurer. You may be thinking, you know, do I want passion or adventure, or do I want something more balanced? You do need to spend some time alone before you make this decision, pile number 3, because again, there's a lot of fire. One of them, I have to say this, one of them again, we've got a Knight and we've got a King. One is more of the adventurer and one is more stable. Okay, one's emotions are more stable. They don't overly get emotions, or they don't overly get mad, or they don't overly, you know, they are able to control a lot of their emotions. They can kind of, things can be turbulent at times, but he's normally quite calm in turbulent situations. He can handle things. He can stand his grounds. This Knight, he's passionate, boy. He loves to come in. He's fiery. He's passionate. He rides in pretty quickly. He doesn't always stick around though, because he loves the adventures. He loves the wild. He loves to travel. So I kind of feel like you might have to decide and go within, because you have options. And I kind of feel like so we've got the Emperor here as well, which is very much about you taking more control, because one person, it's worth the effort. Okay, this could be a dad, a boss, a lover. But this person's slow. There are obstacles. There's a warning about obstacles. So one may be quick. Let's go fast. I can give you what you want. Quick. Let's go. But they slow burn because, sorry, they're not slow burn. As fast as they come in, it's as fast as they leave, because again, they're a page, childlike. The other one's very solid, very structured, very, maybe more controlled. Maybe they're not so emotional. Maybe they don't, you know, buy you flowers and take you out on all these dates. Or, you know, it's almost like one comes in fancy but leaves quite quickly. Or a job, there may be 2 different jobs. One's very passionate and very fast and very exciting, but it's going to die down. You're not going to have that solid things, or the company will close down. The other one's more stable. We've got two, we've got an emperor and we've got a king. Two good leaders, two good bosses, two people who are slowly and stable. And yes, you might not get the job that you ultimately wanted. I feel like the package is coming. You've got to cut through the illusions to make sure you make the right choices here. Okay, so you've got some big things coming in, but there's definitely a very solid, grounded situation. One will make you poor, one will make you poor and it's toxic. The other one is abundance. So, phew. What do you choose? I do feel like one of them is from, it's coming full circle. So I do feel like it's something you know, something from the past that's coming in for you to close off the cycle. Okay, so up to you. See what happens. Comment, like, subscribe, and goodbye.